Leon Amir, who was Cassius Clay's secretary, whom they beat unmercifully up in Boston.
There was an attack by them in Boston on December the 25th in the lobby, the hotel lobby of the Sherry Biltmore Hotel. And they're still after me.
And it was he who heard Elijah Muhammad Jr. come to New York when Elijah Muhammad was at the Armory in June of last year. Jr. stood up and told the fruit, many of whom are here now also, that I should have been killed, that my tongue should have been put in an envelope and sent back to Chicago by now. And then Clarence, the captain from Boston, and John, the captain from Springfield, came to New York to assassinate me and came to him to get a silencer and couldn't get it. So the police know this. It's not something that's new. They just wait until the job is done and then they step in.
You mean he was going to kill you?
Oh, yes. One of them was, an attempt was made to get one of them to wire my car with an explosive. That one is with me right now.
God has made me a better man for you than Malcolm X. I'm standing where Malcolm would have stood if he had the character to stand where I'm standing. And frankly, it ain't none of your business. What have you got to say about it? Did you teach Malcolm? Did you make Malcolm? Did you clean up Malcolm? Did you put Malcolm out before the world? Was Malcolm your traitor or was he ours? And if we dealt with him like a nation deals with a traitor, what the hell business is it of yours? You just shut your mouth and stay out of it.
Hello, once again. Very inciting speech, don't you think? We cleaned up Malcolm. We made him a man what he is today. Very, very interesting, because if God ordained Louis Farrakhan and made him a better man, we have to look at the attributes and characteristics. Malcolm X exposed Elijah Muhammad for having concubines, young girls, who he got pregnant and shunned them outside the Nation of Islam mosque. When Malcolm X found out this filth, this vile sexual cesspool that existed inside the Nation of Islam, he was obviously shocked, because the Nation of Islam is supposed to have taught, look after your black woman, maintain your black queen, but they didn't practice what they preach. And I'm not surprised, because the Nation of Islam's origins were inside a prison cell, right, with Fard Wallace, a white male who was a crook. Can you imagine this religion called Nation of Islam, supposed to be about black empowerment, founded by a white male, notably a Turkish white male, a crook, a criminal, and him and Elijah Muhammad do some deal together, and as a result we have the Nation of Islam. So it's not surprising that it became the organization what it is today, run by Louis Farrakhan's family, which are similar to North Korean, which I will go into. So if Malcolm X exposing what Elijah Muhammad did made him a lesser character, I would like to know what kind. Just give me 2 seconds. My battery for some reason. Give me 2 seconds. Okay, it's plugged in. Right? If at the end of the reason, if that makes Malcolm X a lesser character, then what kind of source or supernatural power is Louis Farrakhan in touch with, that to expose immorality, it makes you less of a man? That to protect your black woman makes you less of a man? So this God gave him power, that he ordained him, into Malcolm's place, because Malcolm X exposed the filth and cesspool that was going on in Salvation of Islam. It's a very dodgy God to begin with, very, very dodgy. It's a God who has no morals. I don't think the Orthodox Muslims would accept that for their God attributes. It's interesting that now that Farrakhan has kindly or brutally got that position, who now runs the Nation of Islam? The Louis Farrakhan family. All money and proceeds, every kind of hustle that they get onto, it goes back into the Louis Farrakhan's family. They've not created no jobs for anyone. It runs like an empire, just like North Korean family. You try and get rid of them, you're not going to. The Louis Farrakhan family is there to stay. You will not get rid of them. It's all about the Farrakhan family. Hence why whenever they have the Million Man March, all it means his bank balance is going down. He can't afford to run his fancy limousine, so they come with a new idea, justice or else. And black people fall for it time and time again. Time and time again. Every leader that black people put their trust into, whether Louis Farrakhan, whether Reverend Al Sharpton, every time black people get shit on. No matter who you trust, Dr. Omar Johnson of late, one of the videos, oh my God, he was calling black people niggers. Just because they want to find out what he did with the £500,000, $500,000, I should say, not English pound, $500,000 that was given to him for this alleged school project. And just because black people wanted to find out where the money was going to, he called them niggers. Because they were daring to step up on his territory where he was doing some hustling with black people. That's all they do. They're peddling racism. And and racism is their product that they're selling to disfranchise black people. We've got to wake up and not fall for these fake leaders. The Louis Farrakhan family are like North Korea. You will not get rid of them. In North Korea, you got the same family. You dare question them, they'll bump you off. A lot of people don't realize the Nation of Islam has bumped off more black people. Look on Google. Have bumped off more black people and not even one white person. What does that tell you? They've not harmed the hair of one white person, yet they have no problem bumping off black people. Hello? Does that sound dodgy? They're supposed to be pro-black, black brothers, black business. They can't even produce one black business. They can't even produce one black neighborhood that they've liberated. But if you look, they're driving fancy cars, they live in mansions. You think, hello, what's going on here? Is it the Louis Farrakhan family empowering themselves? What has Louis Farrakhan did for the 85 years? 85-year-old man. He's had a good life pimping black people. and nothing to show for it. And when he dies, you can guarantee the chalice will be passed on to his son Mustafa. It will stay in his family. It becomes a mafia. They become a mafia setup. No black person is going to see democracy inside the Nation of Islam. It's set up by the Louis Farrakhan's family, and it will stay with them. They're promising black people liberation, promising black people go back to Africa. It's not going to happen. Politically, strategically, it's impossible. Africa is messed up. So why are black people following Nation of Islam? Because they're brainwashed. Just like North Korean people are brainwashed. They know for well, you double cross their leader and they've been killed. Same as Nation of Islam. You then question anything within the system and they're going to get their, what do you call it, bomb group gang, and they're going to kill you. You don't believe me? Look on Google of the many black people that Nation of Islam has bumped off. And they get away with it. Why? At the end of the day, they work with the FBI. They're there to contain black anger, take money from black people and give them little in return, give them nothing in return. That's why I said Louis Farrakhan's family is no different to North Korea. They both operate on the same fear factor. If you double cross them, they'll wipe you out. You try and get rid of the North Korean leader, you can't do it. You're never going to do it. It's a tight regime, a tyranny. Louis Farrakhan is all about his family. There's no room for democracy. You will not see the Louis Farrakhan family kicked out of Nation of Islam. They are Nation of Islam. It's a business. To them, it's a money empire. And how they keep it going is by telling black people whites are the enemy, white people are devils. So you feed that xenophobia, you feed that anxiety, you feed that black paranoia. The white people are out to get you, the white people deprive you of jobs. You feed that fear, and they're making money from it. What's his name? Reverend Al Sharpton. For God's sake, the guy was an FBI informant. FBI informant. Every black person we're following Reverend Al Sharpton. Everybody we put our trust into. Everybody turned out to be fakes. Dr. Omar Johnson, the biggest fake of all. He had the right words. Black boys not doing very well in school. But what he didn't tell you, it had nothing to do with white people. It was to do with a black family. We're dysfunctional. We've got no morals. We're crazy. Blame white people. Blame white people is big business. Do you know that's the reason why the Bible is not allowed in North Korea? Because they see it as a Western book. The people are so thick. They see it as a Western book. It's about Western God. They don't understand that it's about Hebrews and they came from Africa. That they don't understand. As far as they, in the mind of North Korean, the Bible is all about Jeffrey Hunter, who played Jesus of Nazareth. He's white. And the same rhetoric is fed in the Nation of Islam. Same rhetoric. They go telling people Christianity is a white man's religion, etc. Getting black people all hyped up. Come to us, come to us. We'll give you black knowledge. We'll give you black food. And they're fleecing you for your money. They're taking you for everything, for what you've got. Every leader that we follow, every leader turned out to be fake. What does that tell you? The Nation of Islam was set up by white male. We go around telling white people we hate them, white people are devils, and yet Wallace D. Fard was a white man, the origin of Nation of Islam. It tells you how screwed up we are. I can understand it, the founder was a black man, but he wasn't. The founder of Nation of Islam was white. How the hell can black people go around saying that they hate white people, yet you are worshipping the white origin to the Nation of Islam? You wonder why you can't progress? You wonder why you can't run your own business? You got to get rid of all this racism, all this strange religion from your brain, and start to study maths and science and computers. Religion is driving us crazy. Half of black people say they hate white people, then have a white Jesus on the wall. Hello, what's that about? Get your mind sorted out. I make you a promise. When Louis Farrakhan kicked the bucket, hopefully within 5 years, you will see the Farrakhan golden chalice passed down to his sons. Nobody is getting rid of the Farrakhan family. They're nothing more than a mafia. You will not get rid of them, just like North Korea. They're there to stay. Why? It became a business. It's nothing more than a business. And you're the one keeping them there with your ignorance. You can't even afford to send your children to school and get a proper education. You can't even afford to put food on the table, yet you don't mind giving them money. Wake up. These are the killers of Malcolm X. They had you fooled for years. Oh, the white man needed the white. Malcolm X said it himself when he was alive, that he wasn't a white man, he was Nation of Islam. But they got you so brainwashed and hypnotized. Oh, it was the white man, it was the white man. They created this convenience because by putting hate in your heart, that hate turns to money for them. You start to get them more money. The more hate you have in your heart for white people, the more money these fake leaders, these fake pimps get to put into their bank account. Wake up and smell the coffee. Black people have been taken for a ride. Louis Farrakhan's family is here to stay. Nobody is getting rid of them. Nobody. You try and get rid of them with democratic vote, you can guarantee you'll kiss your ass goodbye. They'll wipe you out. They are there to stay. Nobody is shifting them. Same as North Korea. North Korea even tried to play a game on the West by inventing a political, actors pretending to be their opponents. And they weren't. It gave the illusion that, oh yes, North Korea is not really a tyranny state. Nation of Islam are clever enough to pretend that they're going to have somebody who's going to compete for that prestige role. But in the end, they'll be themselves, their own family. We've got to stop putting our money into these fake leaders, because all it's doing is making our spending habits sound so absurd, immature, childish. We don't have to spend good money. We're giving to these damn pimps, these mafia. That's what the Farrakhan family is. They are mafias. They're here to stay. And they're going to beg you for more money. And you're going to give them. You can't help it because you're brainwashed. Farrakhan family, North Korea, the damage has been done. You put them there. You wouldn't research, you wouldn't read properly. As long as you heard the word white man the devil, you got brainwashed. You would look at reason. And As a result, the Louis Farrakhan, they snake their way forward and they're here to stay. Just like North Korea's leader. Put the people in fear. You make sure you have an army around you. Louis Farrakhan's got his little footmen to make sure you can't attack him. Or they come and kill you. Look on Google. I can't remember what the author's name is. But you look at Google, look at the truth about the Nation of Islam and the many black people that they've bumped off. That they're questioning the validity of their organization. You dare question, and it's not as if people are just taking a pop of it. They got valid reasons. An organization that is set up on adultery, fornication, exploiting young girls, murdering of their own people. You have a right to question such an organization that claims to represent black people by end up killing black people. Nation of Islam has not even killed one white person. What does that tell you about them? By their fruits you shall know them. They've killed black people. They've slagged off Khalid Muhammad. They've never killed one white person. Not that I'm endorsing it. What I'm saying is shows how the hypocrites. You're going to give money to an organization that would dare kill you just for questioning them. North Korea, they are bounded by that regime. They can't get out. Black people, we put ourselves in it. We can walk out before it's too late. Louis Farrakhan, and his footmen, they will come for your black ass. You as much as question their past and their history and their criminal leaders. They're nothing more than mafia gangs. That's what they are, mafia gangs. They run like North Korea. You will never get rid of them. They're here to stay. You mark my words. You will not get rid of the Louis Farrakhan's family. It's a business. It's big money. And you're next. They're going to peep your ass.